Divine Rising fam, Divine Rising, whatever time of the day it is when y'all looking at this video, greetings, peace and love. It's your nut, your brother Andre 360. It's been a while since I really built on some topics, with y'all. I got real heavy into the music for a while. I'm still doing my music, but I just feel as though in the world that we live in today, it is imperative that I start, sharing my downloads, as well, sharing the information that I have been, honored and favored to receive from the source and from many other different, offspring of the source. You know what I'm saying? Authors, everything. The world we living in is crazy right now, y'all, and a lot of us don't understand why we are who we are and why we do what we do. I would love to go out there and make music that will help make me millions. You know what I'm saying? Or live a life where I could just interact with anybody and not think about you, just be carefree. I can't do that. I have an obligation. I'm a divine being from a divine source. So I have a divine obligation to bring the truth, to stand up and stand on that truth. You know what I mean? To fight for what's right, be a voice for those who don't have a voice, you know what I'm saying? And whether the other people were speaking or not, to raise my voice as well, because it's needed. It's needed in this world that we live in, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna make this a long video, but I want y'all to know, when I come to you, I'm not just coming to you speaking with some stuff that I made up or, this dude, I know some of y'all be thinking, this dude crazy, he be tripping or whatever. Because I grew up with a lot of people that I'm friends with on my Facebook page and stuff like that, my Instagram page, you know what I mean? And y'all don't know about my journey. Y'all don't know about my path, what I went through in life, the schools that I went through, you know what I'm saying? I've read the Bible. I've read the Quran. You know what I'm saying? I've read the Torah, studied on the Torah. I've studied many other books. I've read the Emerald Tablets, you know what I'm saying, of Thoth. You know what I mean? Who we know the real true Egyptian name or Kemetic name of Thoth is Duhuti. You know what I'm saying? I've read the Keys of Enoch. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all don't know about the keys. You know what I mean? The Keys of Enoch. Yeah, I've read the Keys of Enoch. This is a very, very powerful book. You know what I'm saying? But it's what you do with these books. You know what I'm saying? I've read the Book of the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Better known as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, the ancient Kemetic book. You know what I'm saying? I've read these books, like I said, the Emerald Tablets, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. You know what I'm saying? And many other books. And I've studied. So I'm not coming to you with some nonsense. I'm coming to you with some stuff that I've studied, that I've read, and the downloads that we've received, because just as they put these books out, they had to receive the downloads first in order to put that information into these books. You know what I'm saying? They say the people who wrote the Bible, they were inspired by God. They received downloads. What make you think that you don't receive downloads as well? You know what I'm saying? To put forth your own information, to put forth the truth. And we're supposed to build off that truth that came before us, as well as receive those downloads. You know what I'm saying? And correct where some of that other stuff was wrong at, and put out the right knowledge. You know what I mean? The proper knowledge. So I say that to say, when I wanted to speak to y'all today, I'm making this fast because, people got things to do. But this message is very, very, very important. And it's a lot of us out here putting that knowledge out there, putting that information, that right knowledge out there, should I say, and putting out that right information. Shout out to the elders who came before us, you know what I'm saying, the ascendant ones, Dr. Sebi, El Haj Malik El Shabazz, better known as, Brother Amawali. That was his African name that he took on before his transition. You know what I'm saying? Before he was murdered. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know him as Malcolm X. Shout out to Dr. Khalid Muhammad, who, another martyr, was bringing forth that right information. He was bringing to you, you know what I mean, that information from the ancient scrolls, the ancient texts. You know what I'm saying? And so many others, Dr. John Henrik Clark, Dr. Ben Yosef. Shout out and send healing and blessings to our Baba, Professor James Small. You know what I mean? He's going through something and he's been hospitalized for the last few days. To my knowledge, I'm gonna reach out to him personally and send some positive energy his way. And so we need everybody to lift him up, but all of those who are doing the work out here that came before us, those who are doing the work right now, Baba Mwalimu Barudi and his beautiful goddess Inaya Barudi, and so many others, okay? I want to talk about the race dynamic, okay? First of all, only the truly awakened ones The truly awakened ones, because you can be, you know what I mean, conscious, but are you awake to the consciousness that you're dealing with? You know what I'm saying? And what level of consciousness are you dealing with? What level of awokeness are you dealing with, really? Only those who are truly awakened will see the truth for what it really is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm reading from something that I wrote down in my computer because I want to make sure I don't miss nothing when I give this information to y'all. You know what I mean? When I do this build with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So only the true will awake and see the truth for what it really is. I'm outside in the elements. Just want y'all to take a look around real quick. I'm out here in the elements, you know what I mean, in my backyard, you know what I mean? I got some work to do out here, you know. That's my neighbor's fence. They got to fix their side of the fence. You see my side is just straight. But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean? Only the true, awake ones, that see the truth for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Or only the truly awakened ones will see the truth for what it really is, you know what I'm saying? And only them, you know what I mean, will know why some of us must be who we are and spread the truth as well as stand up for it and against the lies, the liars, and the lie spreaders that run society, you know what I'm saying? That run the global society that the majority of the globe, functions under, you know what I'm saying? It's not one that started, it's not the original one that started that, society started under balanced rules, ma'at, you know what I'm saying? Harmony, reciprocity, love, righteousness, you know what I mean? Striving to be more like the divine source that we come from, the creator, the most high that dwells within all of us because we carry that DNA. We came from that source, you know what I'm saying? So we came from her. You know what I'm saying? We came as above, so below. You come from a mom, you know what I'm saying? In the physical, believe as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? So we came from that divine source. We came from that ma'atic energy, that balance, that the laws, the principles, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we operated and functioned under. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. Race just doesn't stop at the surface of your skin. Let's get that straight, okay? It don't just stop there. You know what I mean? They because they white, blah, 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 because they black. Nah, it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. They white for a reason. We black for a reason. We have melanin for a reason. And along with that melanin comes a lot of gifts, a lot of power, a lot of divinity, you know what I'm saying? A lot of information, right information, you know what I'm saying? And codes that we live by. Just like you have a code, your cells do certain things. Your organs in your body, they operate under a code though. The heart knows what it's supposed to do for the blood. You know what I'm saying? The lungs know what it's supposed to do for you to breathe. You know what I'm saying? The liver knows what it's supposed to do. The kidneys know what they're supposed to do. The whole nine, they all perform under a code and they perform a certain function in your body to make sure everything works properly. The same way with everything else in existence, including your entire personal self, you know what I mean? And the people, of the earth and the cosmos, period, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm sounding crazy, you know what I mean? For those who ain't on this, you know what I'm saying? But just follow me for a minute, you know what I mean? So race doesn't just stop at the surface of your skin. It goes way deeper than that. Their very existence, we talking about those that's not like us, you know what I'm saying? Their very existence carries a vibration just like yours does, you know what I mean? And a frequency resonance, you know what I'm saying? That's polar and solar, you know what I mean? Their very existence carries a vibration and frequency resonance that's polar and solar, opposite of yours and mine. It's opposite of ma'at. It's opposite of divine creation. It's opposite of love. It's opposite of triple stage darkness, which is required to bring forth light. From the darkness came light. How can you know there is no light without no darkness for it to shine out of or shine on? You know what I'm saying? Light is nothing but, you know what I'm saying? The immense radiation, intense, you know what I mean, frequency sent out, illuminating, you know what I'm saying? Illuminated, should I say, giving proof of the darkness. Darkness came from light, not the other way around. You can't get darkness out of light. You know what I'm saying? So they're void of that. You know what I mean? They carry a vibration and a frequency resonance that's a polar, solar, opposite of yours and mine, opposite of ma'at, opposite of divine creation, opposite of love. It's opposite of triple stage darkness required to bring forth and produce light. And it's opposite of life. That which is of life, that came from divine life, is going to produce more divine life. That which ain't, you're going to see, you know what I mean? They're killing the plants. They're killing the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You got to bottle water now. You can't go to the rivers and streams and drink water because they polluted it so bad. They poisoned it so bad with toxins and from factories and chemicals, and they intentionally doing this too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have this much destruction across the planet, you know what I mean, without some of it being intentional. And a great deal of it, trust me, is intentional. You know what I'm saying? And we just talking about just the vibration of their existence, you know what I'm saying? Just the vibration of their existence. We haven't even touched on their genetic makeup, you know what I mean? That, like all things in existence, starts first in the energy realm. The energy realm that a lot of people call the spirit realm, you know what I'm saying? Nothing can exist in the physical realm without first existing in the spirit realm, the conscious energetic realm, which formulates and brings forth mass. That's where mass is created first. It has to have divine thought to create this mass first. So those electric and magnetic fields come together, forming electromagnetic fields and pulling together what we call dark matter and visible matter to form actual mass and what you know as visible matter. You know what I'm saying? They pull these energies together. They pull these elements together. They pull these properties together and they form what we call matter and mass. You know what I'm saying? These same laws apply and rules apply when it comes to even those that's genetically modified. You know what I mean? It has to, what was done to create them had to be pulled from that energy realm first. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you the difference, you know what I mean, between them and us. First, we came from a divine source. You know what I'm saying? They came from beings of a divine, that came from the divine source. You know what I mean? So I'm going to build on that later. But hence you had the story of the Anunnaki. Those beings who are not of the source, but are beings of the source. You know what I mean? Those beings who are not the source, should I say, but are beings of the source that created genetically modified beings to be a slave race. I'm going to repeat that again. Hence, you have the story of the Anunnaki, okay? Some people call them the fallen angels, the giants that came from other realms, other planets, other galaxies, different realms of the cosmos, you know what I'm saying? Those beings who are not the source itself, but are beings of the source that created genetically modified beings to be a slave race. You have agreeable beings of the source and you have disagreeable beings, okay? We are the agreeable ones. All of us that came from the source aren't agreeable beings though, okay? And these genetically modified beings, you know what I'm saying, that the Anunnaki created have no soul. Because they weren't divinely and naturally produced by the source itself. I know y'all, I might be losing some of y'all, but you know what I mean? Trust me, I'm getting to where we need to go to and where y'all gonna catch it all and pull it together, okay? Once again, these genetically modified beings have no soul because they weren't naturally and divinely produced by the source itself as we are, okay? Now, you can use intelligence. This is where I build on that. You can use intelligence, as the Anunnaki did, to manipulate elements and properties of the source, you know what I'm saying, in divine creation, you know what I'm saying, to create new things. But if it wasn't created directly by the source itself, the inner chi of the source itself that we can tap into when we have sex, the sacred act of sex that brings forth life, if it wasn't created directly by the source itself, you know what I'm saying, then it will be without that vital element, you know what I mean, and all that's of divine creation, which is your soul, which makes you who you are, you know what I'm saying? Which makes you your own personal individual expression, you know what I'm saying, of the source manifested in this physical realm, manifested in the spiritual realm, manifested in any realm of existence, in any life that we experience throughout our eternal journey, because we are eternal beings. Trust and believe that. So if we aren't using the sacred act of sex, and if y'all need to rewind, because I want to make sure y'all get this. If we aren't using the sacred act of sex, because it's a sacred act, only through this act can you bring forth true divine life. You know what I'm saying? If we aren't using the sacred act of sex to bring forth life, then you are bringing forth that which has no soul. So our offspring, which are brought forth by us via the means of the divine and sacred act of sex, are the only things that we can produce that will have a soul. We can build houses, we can build cars, we can grow, we can do all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Skyscrapers, contraptions and inventions to help us, to further our technology in life and make our living more comfortable. But none of that's going to have a soul. It didn't come from the divine source. You know what I'm saying? We used elements, of matter to create this stuff in our intelligence that we was given by the divine source, but it doesn't have that divine spark. Okay? That alone lets you know how powerful and how sacred the act of sex is, because it brings forth life, true divine life. Woo! A lot of y'all just out here sexing. We'll say that. A lot of y'all just out here, having intercourse, but y'all not having sacred. You're not performing a sacred act. You know what I mean? Where it can bring forth sacred energy. You know what I mean? To bring forth. You're gonna bring forth life. You know what I mean? If you fucking, we'll just say that. You know what I mean? You're gonna bring forth life. But we shouldn't be out here just having sex with anybody. We shouldn't be out here recklessly using that divine energy. You know what I mean? Which could bring forth. If we vibrating on a low frequency, at the time of procreation, you're gonna bring forth something that's not going to vibrate at its highest frequency that it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be careful with who you having sex with. You know what I mean? That sacred act brings forth life. It should not be taken lightly and used for just low vibrational purposes, because, you know what I mean? Like I said, you bring forth low vibrational beings, especially if you're at the point in your life when you're vibrating, when you're not vibrating, should I say, at your highest, when you procreate, your offspring, your children, you know what I mean? And they deserve better. So everything we do, it should be intentional, not unintentional. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't mean that, we just had sex, huh? It ain't my baby, or, you know what I mean? People I ain't gonna go into that. That's a whole nother story. But, no matter what you create, you can't just put a soul into it. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't already have a soul in it, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go put a soul into it. Where you gonna go get a soul at to put into something? You don't got that. You don't have access to that. Only time you can tap into that is when you are doing the divine sacred act of sex. You know what I'm saying? When you're performing that sacred act. Okay? It's an energy in us that we can't, you know what I mean? We wish we could get a hold of how we were able to tap into that. You know what I mean? But it's a reason why we can't, and it's a reason why we shouldn't. And it's a reason why only through that means is why you should be creating. You know what I mean? It's when it comes to life forms. You know what I mean? Okay. So because only that which of nature, you know what I'm saying? I say all that to say because only that which is of nature, should I say, you know what I mean? / nurture, it's you, the nurture rules, you know what I'm saying? Can do what they've done. Only that which is not of nature can do such mass destruction on the level that they've done. You know what I'm saying? Oppress the beings of nature, suppress the beings of nature, poison the beings of nature, commit genocide, global genocide on the beings of nature. You know what I'm saying? Poison the lakes, the rivers, the oceans. That's an element. Water is an element. How you poisoning the elements? Poisoning the air, polluting the air. You know what I'm saying? Poisoning the soil, the earth. Then they're going to give you some genetically modified crops and all that that's supposed to be of the earth. Okay? We dealing with some evil beings. We dealing with some beings that are not of the source. They're genetically modified. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't have some that I deal with on a corporate level, strictly business. You know what I mean? And we have a good working relationship. But I keep it where I need to keep it at because, and I'm not saying all that. I'm sure there are some good ones out there because I've ran across a few. You know what I'm saying? But it's a fine line, and you got to be careful when you're dealing with those who benefit off of your exploitation. Those who benefit off of the genocide that has been done to your people and it is still being done to our people. Because these drugs in the communities aren't put here by us. We can't get them across the borders. We can't ship them into our communities like nowhere near like they can or on the scale that they do it on. We don't manufacture guns and then push them into our communities When we have revolts and protests, we don't ship in pallets of bricks and all that to cause. They do that. They do that and then leave it there. Leave the truck and everything. You know what I'm saying? That way they have a reason to go in there and start killing more black people. And like I said, I stand up for my people because I love my people. I speak for my people because this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I have no choice. You know what I mean? And nor would I want it to be any other way. I would love universal love for everybody. But the reality is we don't live in that type of world. And we're not dealing with those who deal with universal love. We're not dealing with those who deal with reciprocity. We're not dealing with those who come from, who stand on the principles of Ma'at. You know what I'm saying? In short, nothing that's of something does not do such destructive things to what they are a part of. I'm not gonna go trying to destroy my family. Only somebody that's from outside your family, that got hate on your family, that envies your family, that despises your family, will try to destroy your family. Only somebody that's not of your race, that has hate for your race, that has envy for your race, that despises your race, will try to destroy your race. Only something that's not of the earth, that envies the earth and its creative powers, that despises the earth, that despises, you know what I mean, or say just doesn't like it, will try to destroy the earth. Only something that is not of true divine creation will try to destroy divine creation. Something that's not of the source will try to destroy that which is of the source and replace it with artificial means of intelligence. They don't deal with real intelligence. They deal with artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? They deal with artificial music, synthesized music. Shit, they call it keyboards now, but it's a synthesizer you're playing that shit on. That don't come from something that once lived and carries a harmonic vibration of the earth that it was created from, the elements of the earth and the properties and minerals of the earth that it came from. The drums came from a cow. That leather when the drums came from the cow, the wood that makes up the casing and the structure of the drum, that came from a living tree. You know what I'm saying? Those trees give us life. They give us oxygen. We give them carbon monoxide. Everything, you know what I mean? It's the cycle of life. And what they're creating don't come from the cycle of life. It comes from the cycle of destruction. Hence you have artificial intelligence, artificial reality, artificial food, genetically modified food, genetically modified beings, artificial beings. So when I say race goes deeper than that, than just skin, know what I'm talking about, man. You are a divine being. You come from a divine source. You have a divine obligation. Learn as much as you can. Study the books. Tune in to the vibration and frequency. Turn off the radio. They're not putting out nothing good now. Nothing. Turn off the TV. They're not projecting anything good out there. Those of us who know better, we stream and we choose what we watch. I want to watch, Professor James Small. I want to watch those master teachers. I want to watch videos on Dr. John Henrik Clarke. I want to see Dr. Ben Yosef breaking them down. I want to learn what Dr. Sebi was teaching. I want to learn what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was teaching. You know what I'm saying? And so many others. Look up Dr. Joy DeGroy. You know what I mean? Look her up. Look up those who are teaching the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been fed the lie long enough. It's your nut, your brother, Andre 360. It's a beautiful day, man. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. You know what I mean? I know it's a little chilly right now in Atlanta. Y'all see I got the, the chinchilla on. You know what I mean? The Killmonger on. But, go out there and ground. Breathe in some natural air. Get some natural sunlight. Stop messing around with that artificial light. That artificial light just further decalcifies your pineal gland. Natural sunlight, or should I say it further calcifies your pineal gland. Natural sunlight decalcifies your pineal gland. Get some natural sunlight. Trees, plants that you put in your house, they need natural sunlight. That's why you open the windows and let that natural light shine in. What makes you think you come from the earth too? What makes you think you don't need natural sunlight? You know what I'm saying? You can't live under these artificial lights. You know what I'm saying? Then we go back to that word artificial again. Artificial beings, artificial intelligence, artificial reality, artificial food. Yo, if you are a natural being, then you can't live off what's artificial. You need natural stuff as well. Natural stuff as well. You know what I mean? You need organic. It's your natural brother Andre 360, wholeness, balance, perfection, power. Y'all have a great day. Be prosperous and be safe. Much love.